Do you have paintings in your home? Because if you do, I must warn you, you'll probably never see them the same way again. In this story, we'll tell you about a very sinister painting, so if you're ready, let's get to it. In the quiet humdrum of a sleepy neighborhood, a man called John stumbles upon an old painting discarded in a trash bin. Somehow, amidst the forgotten remnants of someone's past, this piece of art catches his eye. It's a quaint countryside landscape, faded colours, whispering tales of bygone eras. Intrigued and drawn in by the painting's melancholic charm, John decides to carry it home. Once home, he gives it a place of honour on his living room wall. The painting, now a part of his mundane world, seems to breathe a new life into the room. "Why do you bring all that trash home, John?" asks John's girlfriend, Chloe. "What do you mean? Isn't this a cool painting? It was in the trash bin outside," replies John. "Yeah, whatever," Chloe continues. But as the days pass by, the air around the house begins to change. It's subtle at first, a chill down the spine, an inexplicable feeling of being watched. One night, John wakes up to a strange noise. He follows the sound, finding himself standing in front of the painting. The scene is still of a countryside landscape, but has now a shadowy figure on it, like it's watching him. "I don't think this was here before. Well, it doesn't really matter, I guess," thinks John loudly. He searches for the source of the noise, but despite his efforts, he finds no success. Resigned, he returns to sleep. As the dawn breaks, John finds himself staring at the painting once more. But this time, the tranquil countryside is replaced by a dense, dark forest. The unexpected transformation leaves him bewildered. Chloe gazes at the painting, her curiosity piqued. "John, why did you bring another painting home?" "What? I didn't bring another painting. Where is the old one?" asks John. "There is no other painting, John." As the day ends, a sense of unease settles in the room, a chilling realization dawning on John. The painting has changed form overnight. It's time to discard the painting. Without hesitation, John disposed of it, throwing in the trash outside, effectively resolving the issue. But did it really? The next day the painting is there again, on the same wall as before, but this time it's different. The tranquil countryside or the eerie forest is no more. Instead, a ghastly scene unfolds before their eyes. It's a picture of John, his face distorted with rage and his hands covered in blood. The artistry is so vivid, so real, but what truly freezes their blood is the victim lying at John's feet. It's Chloe's brother James, was just 20 years old, his lifeless eyes staring into oblivion. But the truth is, James, who tragically took his own life 3 months ago by suicide, hanged himself in his room. And now, inexplicably, there he is, captured within the confines of this haunting painting. What? What is this? Chloe gazes at the painting, her expression a mix of surprise and terror. "This is impossible!" John exclaims, his voice tinged with defiance as he tries to fend off this accusation. John attempts to remove the painting from his wall once again, but it refuses to budge. It's as if it has become a part of his home, an entity that won't be expelled. John's efforts escalate into desperation, yet the painting defies reason, its weight akin to tons, an enigma that refuses to yield. Chloe's tears flow freely as she abandons the house, her heart desperate and muddled by the inexplicable events. Meanwhile, John reaches out, attempting to comfort her, his voice urgent as he defends himself. "I swear, I didn't harm your brother." But Chloe remains unconvinced. She returns home only to encounter another image, revealing further truths from John's past. Chloe steps back into her home, her heart pulsating with a peculiar anticipation. As she approaches the canvas, her breath catches in her throat. The painting has morphed again. This time, it reveals a bizarre, disturbing scene. It's John, hunched over, burying a body just 50 yards from their house. The location in the painting is all too familiar. The shock is evident on Chloe's face. The despair is evident. She recognizes the location. Without uttering a word, Chloe races towards the location. "No, Chloe, stop! It's a trap!" John's voice echoes, but it falls on deaf ears. As Chloe disappears into the night, John is left alone with the cursed painting. He takes one last glance at the canvas. His blood runs cold as he sees a new image has formed. A shadowy form envelops him, its embrace both eerie and intimate. His face in the painting decomposes, blood staining his face as if he were already lifeless. The chilling realization strikes him. This entity seeks his death. "Chloe!" he calls out, panicked, but it's too late. She's too far. He sprints, desperation fueling his steps, praying he isn't too late to alter the painting's sinister desires. John arrives, breathless, the cursed painting's image still haunting his mind. He finds Chloe already digging in the moonlit yard, her frantic movements etching deep into the earth. "Chloe!" he yells, his voice echoing through the silent night. "Chloe, stop! It's not what you think!" But she doesn't. She digs faster. He stumbles forward, pleading, "I didn't do anything! The painting! It's cursed!" His words hang heavy in the air, but they seem to bounce off Chloe, her determination unwavering. She continues to dig, her resolve driven by a need to uncover the truth. As the shovel hits something solid, they both freeze. What lies beneath might change everything. Or it might just confirm John's worst fears. The truth is about to be unearthed. Before we delve further, can I ask you a big favor? Hit that like and subscribe button. Every click supports us in bringing you more bone-chilling, spine-tingling stories. Stay tuned for the final revelation. It's a moment you won't want to miss. Chloe unravels her brother's body, almost unrecognizable from the decomposition. A gasp escapes her lips as she stumbles backward, her eyes wide with shock and grief. "It can't be! It's not possible!" she cries out, her voice a hollow echo in the moonlit yard. John, his face ashen, shakes his head vigorously. I couldn't have. You witnessed his body at the funeral." But his pleas fall on deaf ears. Chloe's eyes are now filled with a different kind of emotion. It's not sorrow, it's not fear, it's madness. Her lips stretch into a wide, maniacal grin, and she laughs. The sound is jarring, a stark contrast to the eerie silence that had filled the yard just moments ago. "So it was you," she says, her voice barely a whisper. "My worst enemy sleeping in the same bed as me." Her words hang in the night air, a chilling accusation that leaves John speechless, his heart pounding in his chest. The truth, it seems, is far more horrifying than any cursed painting. In a fit of rage and grief, Chloe, with an unnatural strength, strikes John with a swift blow. He falls unconscious, but Chloe doesn't stop. She relentlessly pounds his skull, each blow more forceful than the last. His face is unrecognizable, a grotesque mess of blood and broken bones. Chloe stands over his lifeless body, her hands and clothes stained with his blood. She's panting heavily, her eyes wild and unfocused. Chloe makes her way back home, an unsettling serenity enveloping her after the harrowing incident. She easily removes the painting from the wall, her hands trembling as they touch the cold, eerie surface. The painting now completely blank. Chloe discards it back into the trash bin, passing on the curse to the next unfortunate soul. The entity within the painting has won. But one question remains. Was John truly responsible for Chloe's brother's death? Or was this all a cruel game played by the supernatural entity? Chloe was never seen again, and John's body never found. The chilling truth remains buried, waiting for its next victim. If you liked this story, we have another one with a twist for you in the screen. So we urge you to stay tuned as we continue to peel back the layers of the unknown. Thank you for joining us on this chilling journey. Your support means the world to us. Until next time.